In this video, I will talk about creating a new medication, including some of the mandatory fields that are required when using PrescribeIT in Healthquest. So the first thing we'll do is open a patient's chart, and then we're going to click on the Medications tab. And you'll notice at the top there is a breakdown of sections of active, inactive, for review, and drafts. Just click on the black triangle to expand or shrink each section as needed. So to create a new medication in the middle, we're going to click on New. And obviously you'll see that there is some red asterisks for those required fields, obviously the name and then the quantity information as well. So the first one will select the name of the medication. So you can select from the drop-down, or you can click on the three-dot button to bring up the search box. Your system may be set up so that this search box opens immediately as soon as you click on New Medication. If you don't want it to pop up automatically, check off this checkbox down here. So you can select from a favorite medication list, or you can search in the search box as well. And then we'll click OK, click Yes. So now you can see all of the information from my favorited medication has populated into all of these fields. Note that the concentration per dose is listed in this field with the name of the medication, for example, 250 milligram tablet. So next, make sure that the dosage line instruction is completed. So in this case, we're going to do 1 tablet twice a day for 7 days. And you'll note that the two mandatory fields of quantity and quantity unit have been pre-populated based on this dosage instruction line. Now you can add in any other details such as substitution, whether you're allowing that or not. If it requires renewals, this is a short-term medication, things like that. If it was a triplicate medication, you would check off this provincially monitored compound. That is what notifies the pharmacy system that it is a triplicate medication. If this was a medication that you manually typed out and you commonly use it, you can just click on this Save as a Favorite button, and it will ask if you want to save it and which group you wish to save it as, and which doctor. Or you can create a new group as well by typing in the name of the new group here, and then just click OK. So once the medication is all completed, you will scroll down a little bit, and this is where you're going to see the PrescribeIT information here. So the delivery method, make sure that PrescribeIT is checked off, and then you would select the pharmacy that you wish to send it to. So if the patient has a pharmacy favorite saved on their client card, on the Relations tab there, this will automatically be selected here. You can use a commonly used pharmacy from the drop down here, or you can click on this Search for Pharmacy button, and it's going to allow you to manually search for a new pharmacy. So you can filter along the top as required, typing in the common name in the text box, or select from one of the list of pharmacies that are visible here. So once you select that pharmacy, it will ask if you want to select it just for this medication, or if it is the pharmacy of choice for the patient, you can select and add as preferred. This is going to populate that information on the client card for that patient. So moving forward, it will pre-populate with that pharmacy when you're creating a new medication. Then you will click on e-sign and send, and it will attach your signature that's on file and send the medication to that chosen pharmacy. And a message is going to appear stating the number of medications that were successfully sent to PrescribeIT. And then you would just click OK. And now that medication is no longer in the draft section, it is in the active section of the patient's chart. You can also then see the status of that medication as well. In this case, it shows sent successfully. If it did not go through electronically, then it will show that in the status here for you. and it will appear in the For Review section in the patient's chart, but it will also appear in the PrescribeIT tab on the doctor card, and it will default to the For Review status, and then you can search through each of these individual items as well. So back on the medication here, I have created another new medication here, marked as a draft, and I have filled in all of my relevant information. If I choose to not send it through PrescribeIT, but print it as a piece of paper, I can check off this paper radio button, click on e-sign and print. That is going to print the medication with the signature on file as well as a PrescribeIT barcode. So when the patient takes this to a pharmacy, if that pharmacy is on PrescribeIT, they can simply scan that barcode instead of manually having to enter all of those details. The other option is if you wish to opt out of PrescribeIT altogether, you can check off this PrescribeIT opt-out button, and then you would print it. And here it will print the physician's signature on the file, but there will not be a barcode. You will also note that if a different delivery method is chosen, whether it's paper or PrescribeIT opt-out, for example, the paper, once you have printed this prescription, the status will be different. It will show that it is a deferred success instead of a send success. Deferred success means that it was successfully printed with a signature on it and ideally given to the patient by hand.